Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, February 27th, 2025, we're analyzing Intel, ticker symbol Intel. We will combine recent news and events about Intel Corporation with technical analysis of INTC's chart data. Let's start with some of the headlines. According to recent reports, Intel faces uncertainty due to potential tightening of chip export restrictions to China. Also, Intel is struggling to catch up in the AI chip market, and there are ongoing discussions about a possible breakup to improve shareholder value. Furthermore, there's news that Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company, TSMC, isn't considering acquiring Intel's manufacturing plants. All this news may be impacting investor sentiment. Now, let's switch over to the charts and see what they're telling us. Looking at the daily chart, we can see a downtrend forming over the last several months. The stock has declined from highs near $50 in late 2023 to around $23 today. This long-term downtrend suggests a bearish sentiment prevailing in the market. We see the price has bounced around between about $20 and $28 since about August of 2024. The recent inability to break $24 shows some weakness in the current market sentiment. Let's narrow down on this recent activity. Focusing on the more recent price action, we can see Intel unable to maintain any significant upward momentum. The stock has struggled to break above the $24 resistance level. Each attempt has been met with selling pressure, reinforcing this level's significance. This coincides with negative news headlines, especially those related to the CHIPS Act uncertainty and trade tensions with China, as those issues will potentially impact Intel's future revenue and profitability. Now let's examine the hourly chart for a short-term perspective. On the 1-hour time frame, we can see the price action has mostly been trading in a tight range lately, between roughly $23 and $23.80. If this level is broken, a short-term bounce could lead to a test of higher resistance levels. However, given the prevailing bearish sentiment from the daily chart, the chance of a sustainable upward trend is low. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. This may give us an even shorter term and more granular perspective. A potential support level can be seen around $23.30. If broken, I'd expect more downward momentum. Okay, now let's recap. Key price levels to watch out for are the $24 resistance on the daily chart and the support around $23.30 on the 15-minute chart. Given the negative news and the overall downtrend, a bearish scenario seems more likely. I'd estimate it being 60% likely that Intel trends downward, and a break below $23 could trigger a further sell-off towards $20. Conversely, if the stock breaks above $24 and sustains that level, we might see a short-term rally. However, this scenario is less likely, probably about 40%. Factors to consider include any new developments regarding U.S.-China trade relations or changes in Intel's AI strategy and any company breakup news. Keep an eye on the headlines as they emerge.